Is the Rotary Ambassadorial Scholar from District 5340 to Budapest, Hungary in the years 2008 and 9. Since her freshman year at Helix Charter High School, Marion has been involved with Rotary and has served in various leadership roles through Interact, Rotaract at the University of California, Los Angeles, charter member of the Beverly Hills Young Professionals Rotary Club, and currently as president of the Rotary E-Club of San Diego, Global. Marion comes with a unique background. Her late father was from Montenegro, which formerly was Yugoslavia, mother from Mexico. The struggles of people Marion has seen in both of these countries has cultivated her passion and efforts in humanitarian projects and inspired her graduate work at the London School of Economics and Political Science. She speaks only 7 languages. I told her I speak a dialect of French. You didn't get it. She's traveled to more than 40 countries and currently works in healthcare, finance. With that, Marion, you have it.
How's everyone feeling? Everyone feeling inspired? Yes. Great. All right. Excellent. So I'm sure a lot of us here today, we have a routine, right? Every day we wake up, probably in a comfortable bed. We have a roof over our head. We go, we brush our teeth, fresh water. We have a nice, warm, hot shower, whatever temperature you prefer. And then we have our cup of tea or our cup of coffee. Is that right, more or less?
Sure.
Okay. So then you leave your home, you take on your day's activities, whether that's your work or your volunteering or whatever it may be. Now, imagine for a minute coming back and not finding anything. Come back, your home is gone, it's completely gone and completely destroyed. You don't have any more water, you don't have food, you don't know where your family is. How would you feel? Okay? That happened 1 year ago on April 16th in Ecuador. Everything was a complete chaos. We saw in the news what was going on, the devastations that were happening. This was the largest natural disaster in the history of Ecuador. Okay? At that moment, we were a Rotary E-Club of San Diego Global. Half of our members are here in San Diego and the other half are abroad. We have members in Ecuador, we have members in Brazil, we have members in Mexico, we have members in Puerto Rico. So our member from Ecuador actually used to be a peace scholar or ambassadorial scholar it was at that time, and she was studying here at this very same university. And that's the focus of our club, because we, as Rotary Ambassadorial Scholars, Yelena, after she's done, hopefully she joins Rotary. It's not just about doing the scholarship and then going on and doing your career. It's about what can we do to give back. So Adriana gets on the phone with me and tells me what's going on. And she's telling me we need help. I said, how can we help? First things that came to mind, Rotary. Throughout the district, a lot of different clubs, Rancho Bernardo, La Mesa, Coronado, Chula Vista, we all came together and we put something. And that something became a lot. And thankfully, that money was helped so many people at that time that they needed it. The emergency rescuers, everything, it was, the people needed help. Imagine the people that live in these little small shacks almost, okay, because it's almost like a shack, and that was gone. So it's hard to imagine, but it did happen just a year ago. And so when she called me, I said, what else can we do? Because this is going to take a lot of time. This is long term. It's not just, okay, here's some money and goodbye, that's it. We have to help to see how we can rebuild society. And she said, the way I see it is we need to help this economy grow back again. Government's helping people restore their homes, but what about the people that lost their businesses? A lot of people, there's no more businesses. I mean, the infrastructure was completely gone. Over 600 people dead, over 16,000 injured. And so that's the evolution of what we said, what are we going to do next? And that's where the Rotary Foundation came with the global grant. Adriana herself wrote the grant. And so that's the beauty of our e-club, because our e-club allows us to use those members, use that exchange between our club, the members that are here, our district 5340, plus the members that are abroad. And so she came up with a very incredible grant that is now helping those people rebuild their businesses. I myself, Scott in the back, who's also part of the club, we were able to travel just a couple of months ago. We were able to hear these stories. I mean, if you hear these stories and you see the people with their tears telling you how happy they are and so much gratitude, the little that they had completely gone, now being able to go back and have something, rebuild their homes, rebuild their businesses, that to me is just, wow. That's where you see the power of Rotary. Likewise, we have a member in Honduras. She spends half the year in Honduras, is half the year here. Here we are. How many of us had an education? Can we raise our hands? I hope everyone, possibly everybody. Think of all the blessings that we've had in this country or in other countries where, we've had a wonderful education, we have the tools, the resources. That's what makes us who we are. I mean, if I would have been for my education, I wouldn't have the job that I have today, wouldn't be doing what I'm doing, right? And so through education, that's where you're building the society. And so we have a member who's working with a fantastic organization, and they're helping build schools. The people, the poorest bottom people, the people that they say you have no opportunity, those are the people that we're helping, because those are the people that need it the most. So these schools are being built, but she tells me, unfortunately the teachers, they don't have resources. What good is it to have a school that's built, but if there's no teachers, then it's no purpose, right? You need to have good teachers, you need to have training, you need to have resources, books, everything that we grew up with. And so again, that's where our club said, how can we help? She's a member of our club, we have a partner organization there, and so we're able to work together. And now with this incredible grant that she came up with, we're going to be affecting the lives of so many kids, incredible amount of kids. These kids, otherwise, I saw it for myself because I was lucky enough to go visit. I was very scared. Okay, forget about basic necessities. Here we have our water bottles and all the selection that we have for eating. Over there, no selection, water in little plastic bags, very, very hot, humid, people, guns, kids with guns. I was thinking, gosh, are we going to be here okay? Because there's so much danger that we're putting, and going to these places. But when you see these kids now are having an opportunity to better themselves. If not, they would probably be with guns. The girls ages 12, 13 with babies, no education, no future, right? And so my point of the story is that our club is very grateful to have these connections with these people that are part of our club that are truly able to see and execute those projects on ground. How many of you here as your local club has a global grant or an international project in the works? Wonderful. So you all know how difficult it is, right? Because you really have to have someone there. You have to have the partnership, the ability to have that strong bond. If you don't, it's very hard to get everything executed. And so that, in a sense, to us is a very incredible, extraordinary gift that we have in our club. But my point in being here and talking to you all today is that I share these experiences, and I'm sure a lot of you here, have your own experiences. But at the end of the day, this training, and I think what we're here for, and listening to Yelena and listening to Lauren, it's to really take and see what you have in your club. Who are your members? Who are your people? What skills do they have? What backgrounds do they come from? How can you all come together and help to make something better, whether it's here in our community local or whether it's global? And so I think for me, from my point of view, when I went on these trips, it makes me, cry because of an emotion, but it's a happy emotion to see that something's getting done, that we're making things better, and it just makes me to want to do it again and again and again. And so I thank you all for your time, and I hope that you leave this session motivated, ready to get more work done, and to really get that going within your club, because it's a beautiful thing, beautiful. So thank you again for your time.
Questions for Mary? We're not
Oh,
going away
yes.
yet.
Okay, so my understanding of an international grant is that you need a host club sponsor.
Yes.
So were you through, I guess I don't understand, with the E-Club, which has got a broad base, is each member considered to be a host club in their country?
No,
I mean,
so,
how do you procure a host
yeah,
club?
so they're part of our club. So as you know,
Okay.
to do a grant, you need someone from the club here and then a club abroad. So our member that's in Ecuador is part of our club. So she's representing our club, you know, for the grant, but she's
But
working
she's
in
in-
tandem
but she's
with
in-
the Rotarians from the host club there.
Okay,
So that's the beauty of it, because she's already there.
she's already on site.
Yes.
So she was able to recruit then a host club in Ecuador.
Yes, and
Okay.
same with our grant in Honduras,
Mhm.
and same with one that we're trying to work also in Brazil.
Mhm.
So having that is a very great thing, because as you know, it's difficult, even just
Mhm.
communicating sometimes.
Sure.
It's hard.
Uh-huh. And how do you recruit members for your E-Club, or
Yes,
how do
so,
people come to you?
sure. So a lot of our members are like myself and like Yelena, like, you know, we're former scholars, we've been on a global, you know, mission, on a VTT, you know, on a GSC team. I know those don't exist anymore, but a lot of them have had that exposure. And so after they do that, again, they just get lost and they don't know what to do. And so for us, and I think the key about Rotary in the future, at least with the new generation, it's really having flexibility. And so the flexibility of being able to do a project, you know, not go to a meeting each week, you know, that's what really caters to those, you know, former scholars, because they're still, you know, they're young in their professions, but they're trying to help. And so that's how they're able to do it. Yeah.
Great, thank you.
Mary, I just wanted to add to that is that,
Yeah.
yes, we are an international club in the fact that we try to, we're reaching out to do grants, but the first part about, in our name is E-Club.
Mhm.
And I think that's the big thing too, and I think that's probably where the future is heading, because as Marion said, especially with young people, they want that flexibility, they want another option, maybe don't want to go every week to something, but they want to be involved, and they want to do the hands-on. So we're very fortunate in that the way we operate is we meet once a month, we do, in San Diego, and obviously our international members can't do that, but we have a lot of flexibility in how we can fill the other obligation of attendance in a way. We have a Facebook page, you click on that, you read what we have for the week, that works. Sometimes we have guest speakers, and we have this unbelievable person back here who records everything for us, Scott, and so that he can put these speeches and these talks online, and yes, you fulfill another week if you listen to that. So just to sort of put that out there.
Great, thank you for the information.
Oh, you're welcome.
Do you have members in your club from nations that don't have organized Rotary clubs in their countries?
Yes, actually, it's a very good point. We have one member in Costa Rica. I don't know how many of you here know Sandra Schrift. Sandy Schrift.
Sure.
So her daughter, Amy Schrift, again, she wanted to be involved in Rotary, but she's living in a rural village. There is no Rotary club near there. She would not be able to travel to the capital city to make the meetings. And so when we told her about this, she's like, I want to do this, because it's, again, very flexible. She'll be in Atlanta. Some of us are going to meet her in Atlanta. We're going to be going to Costa Rica next year. So it's like there's a lot of traveling, but it's wonderful.
Follow-on question? So are you looking to recruit members in those countries that don't currently?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. All right.
Okay, thank you very much. So this morning, I think we've seen a pretty good cross-section of what international service of Rotary is all about. We started off with the 8 orphans in South Africa. We talked about peace throughout the entire world, and it begins, by the way, with you, yourself. And finally, we can reach through modern technology, we can reach around the world, and we can build networks of interested people like Marion is talking about. And folks, we're talking about change here, and some people don't do change, but with this generation, we will be seeing a lot more of this kind of thing. I can guarantee you. With that, thank you very much for coming. If you have any questions, we'd be happy to stick around and answer them for you. But otherwise, yes. Oh, we want to make sure that everybody here has signed up and signed in, because we want to have some solicitations. No, they sign up so we have an idea who's here.